Travel Ban 2.0 on hold today on The World. I'm Marco Werman. The courts put the brakes on President Trump's latest travel ban, and in response, Trump once again lashes out at the judges.
Every time Trump loses, he attacks the judiciary, calling them names, questioning their motives. I think that comes back to haunt him and hurt him moving forward.
Plus, the dangers of performing surgery in a Syrian war zone.
One day, the general surgeon was performing an operation, and there was a big attack near to the hospital, and they had to go, leaving the patient alone in that room.
And the Jordanian woman who decided early on that she wanted to be a boxer.
So I have to confess something. I'm a troublemaker.
Now she's an inspiration to Jordanian girls. That's ahead here on The World. I'm Marco Werman, and this is The World. Thanks for being with us today. And here we go again with the travel ban and the courts pushing back on it. President Trump's travel ban 2.0 was supposed to go into effect today, but two federal judges, one in Hawaii, the other in Maryland, put it on hold. Yes, we have been here before. Trump's new executive order temporarily bans travel to the U.S. for citizens from 6 countries, as opposed to the original 7. Iraq is not on the list anymore, but Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen are. There are also other differences, but President Trump himself doesn't seem to think that the two versions of his travel ban are all that different. Here he is speaking in Tennessee last night.
The lawyers all said, let's tailor it. This is a watered-down version of the first one. This is a watered-down version. And let me tell you something. I think we ought to go back to the first one and go all the way, which is what I wanted to do in the first one.
Trump's first travel ban was halted because the courts found, in part, that the measure discriminated on the basis of people's religion, Muslims specifically. And it's a similar story with a new one, according to Mana Yagani. She's an immigration lawyer based in Houston.
Religious discrimination pretty much sums up both judges' rulings.
Right, and these are words that Trump spoke on the campaign trail about targeting Muslims. So if this is the case, religious discrimination in this travel ban, it's embedded in it. Is there any version of the ban that'll cut legal muster?
That's the million-dollar question, whether the Trump administration can proceed with this and to avoid the religious discrimination issue that these judges are seeing. So the president has a double task ahead of him right now with respect to these two decisions from the federal judges.
Right, but it's applied to the entire country, correct?
Correct. The ruling is a temporary restraining order nationwide. If the Trump lawyers wanted to appeal this, if they wanted to appeal the Maryland decision, it would go to the 4th Circuit. And if they wanted to appeal the federal judge's decision in Hawaii, it would go to the 9th Circuit.
So remind us again, what was different about the revised travel ban and the earlier one from January that Trump had to retreat from?
The revised travel ban had excluded green card holders, and it had also said that if someone currently has a valid visa, they would be able to travel to the United States. Also, it eliminated Iraq from the list of banned countries, taking, 7 countries and reducing it to 6 countries. However, the predicament here is that in the first order, the president had said that the existing screening procedures are very defective for these countries listed. And as a result of that, we have to put a blanket ban to stop these people from coming in. But then in the new order, the president said somehow the current screening is good enough to assure anyone who already has a visa can safely be exempted from the national ban. So, there's contradicting statements as to the motive and the goal of this order. If it's for national security, then how are they making this exemptions for those who already have visas if they're saying the screening is defective? What was interesting is one of the law professors this morning said that the political surrogates for Trump are throwing red meat in the media, and then the Justice Department lawyers are talking like vegans in court. There's a contradicting vibe that's coming out of the White House.
So do the actions of these two federal judges in Hawaii and Maryland effectively halt the implementation of this travel ban now? And like if you're from Yemen, for example, and you have a visa, can you now, because of the actions of these two judges, can you now travel to the U.S. and pass customs?
That's correct. If you are from any of those listed countries, the travel ban does not apply to you, and you may travel to the United States with a valid visa. However, the problem that the travelers will have is we don't know what will be the next action. And